What's going on, everybody? So today we are back on part 2 of the Strategic Management Podcast. I'm your host, Connor Darren, and today we are going to be going over the resource-based view and the VRIN analysis. Let's hop right into it. The resource-based view is a conceptualization of the firm that attempts to explain why some firms are more profitable than others. The logic boils down to more successful firms possessing resources and or capabilities that are superior to those of competitors and difficult for competitors to replicate. Resources are things that the firm owns or has access to that it can use to create and capture value. Capabilities are things that the firm does to create and capture value. Note that not doing something is not a capability. If, for example, a firm does not advertise and this benefits them strategically, it is incorrect to say that not advertising is a capability. Instead, one must identify what the firm does that allows them not to advertise. This is the capability. Similarly, a strategy or strategic choice is not a capability. If a firm successfully executes a strategic decision, you need to identify the resources and capabilities that made that execution successful. The decision itself was not a resource or capability. However, strategic adaptation, making a series of strategic decisions in response to environmental changes, can be the capability. Identifying what type of competitive advantage a firm has, meaning temporary or sustainable, requires identifying the resources and capabilities that are key to its success. These are also known as core competencies. Each of them, or relevant combinations, should be analyzed according to the VRIN analysis. How valuable is it? Meaning, does it increase the price customers are willing to pay, attract more customers, or lower cost to the firm? How rare is it? Meaning, do many other firms have access to similar competency? How costly it is to imitate, and how costly it is to substitute? Meaning, can other firms easily access a different resource or capability that accomplishes the same purpose? Rarity is the characteristic that most students have a hard time understanding. The question of rarity very much has to do with nature or degree. For example, most firms have reputations, but when assessing the rarity of the reputation of a specific firm, the question is whether other firms have reputations. The question is whether many other firms have a reputation that is similar to the reputation of the firm being analyzed. Similarly, the degree or quality of the resource matters. For example, if a manufacturer has been recognized as the highest quality manufacturer in the field, then its reputation for quality is rare, even if other competitors have reputations for quality. Being seen as the best is rare. Another common problem with reasoning about rarity is when the analysis says that a resource is not rare, but it is difficult to imitate. Does this not make sense? If a resource is not rare, then it must not be difficult to imitate, because it has been imitated many times. VRIN analysis is performed resource by resource, one at a time. It is incorrect to say Apple is valuable because, Apple is rare because, etc. It is also incorrect to say a valuable resource of Apple's is its operating system. A rare resource of Apple's is its brand, etc. There are both very common mistakes. They do not provide any insight into sustainable competitive advantage, because sustainable competitive advantage comes from resources and capabilities that meet all the VRIN criteria. The correct way to approach this is Apple's operating system is valuable because, or Apple's operating system is rare because, etc. That is all we're going to be discussing today, guys, on our podcast. I can't wait to see you guys in the next couple of weeks for episode 3. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.